joining. I got my birthday present today. My birthday was on the 17th, but it's from Tribal Spirit Music, so we're gonna open it up. They are Indigenous owned, family operated, absolutely wonderful folks. And they give you a discount if you give them a review after you order, so that's great to know. I got a whole lot of moose leather, and I am really, really excited. So they have mixed packs of their moose leather. You can get 25 feet of mixed of the colored variety and 25 feet of the natural toned variety. So I got both of those. I feel very spoiled and so excited. So let's dig into this box. Oh, this is gorgeous. Beautiful purple moose leather. Isn't that beautiful? It's going to make the nicest moccasins. This is what I'm going to make my regalia moccasins with, and I'm very excited because blue and purple are my colors. Oh, and this teal, oh my goodness, it is so gorgeous, and it's so soft. I wish you could all touch this right now, because, like, so stimmy goodness. Their leather is always so amazing. I've had the opportunity to work with their leather on kits through my local friendship center, through the Nagoja Friendship Center, but I have not had the opportunity to order from them before, so I'm really excited to have this. Oh, just look at that vibrant color. That is just... Teal isn't even my favorite color, and I just think their teal is absolutely stunning. So if you like teal, definitely go for that. I love how vibrant their blue is. Oh, look at that. That's so beautiful. And again, so soft. And this color is just so bright. I hope it's coming through as bright as it is, because it is just absolutely so vibrant. Don't mind me, I'm going to do some happy dances while this is all going on, because this is all very exciting to me. Pink is not one of my favorite colors. However, it is the favorite color of several of my loved ones. And one of my nibblings saw it and was just like, oh, I get moccasins in pink? So, yeah, kid, I guess you're getting moccasins in pink. Because this is absolutely just... And it's a really nice shade of pink, like it's such a vibrant pink. Like it's almost a purple, it's so beautifully pink. And that's really the way to go for me, like, not a huge pink fan. But I do like this. And I will make moccasins for several of my loved ones in this gorgeous pink, because they all deserve the best. Doesn't have to be for me for it to be absolutely useful. And that's something I've really learned when it comes to yarn and beads. I don't have to like the colors of every bead or yarn that I get, as long as I can find that someone needs that color. Like, there have been so many different pinks that I've acquired at this point, just because some of my dearest loved ones adore pink. I'm really more into the blues, the purples, and the reds, which, speaking of, the next in the box is the red. Oh, it's so pretty. So, I don't know what all I will do with this. I mean, moccasins will be one of the main things that I do with a lot of this leather, but they're so so many littler bits that won't necessarily make it onto the moccasins that I will definitely be making other things like earrings, medallions, necklaces, all the fun things. And the great thing about having the red and the orange here is that I'll be able to do some really nice stuff for my family for Orange Shirt Day and Red Dress Day, and for the kids to be able to have something to wear for those things as well. It's really important to me. My grandmother is a Indian day school survivor, and so it's really important to me that we acknowledge those survivors and everything that they're going through, and especially with missing and murdered Indigenous women, you know that I want people to search the landfills. So having this red and having this orange will be really great to make some stuff for my family so that they can show their support when they're out at events that are helping with these things. Ooh, I only got one fur because, well, furs are expensive. And I really would have loved to have gotten some ermine or some beaver, but oh, if you know the prices of beaver pelts, I need to make hunter friends, and then I can barter some hunter friends stuff so that I can trade off the crafted stuff. But I got this beautiful black rabbit, and it's gonna do really nicely for the trim on at least a couple pairs of moccasins. And it's so soft too. So very, very soft. I could just sit here and spend the entire life just petting the leather and the furs. Really, I could. But I think that's, we'll keep going. Oh, we've made it through the mixed, like, bright colors, and now we're getting into the natural toned moose leather. So I had 25 feet of the mixed bright colors, and now I'm going through the 25 feet of the natural tones. And I'm going to be making some natural tone for my best friend's brother-in-law. He wants Green Bay Packers moccasins. So I have to decide which of these beautiful natural tones I'm going to use for his moccasins. So if you ever need good quality leather, whatever you need that leather for, Tribal Spirit Music, they're absolutely amazing. They've got wonderful kits if you don't know what you're doing. I've used their kits through my local friendship center, Nagojuanong Friendship Center. We've made medicine kits. We've made drums that were made with their kits. They were really wonderful. I've actually got it here. This was the first drum I made, and it was made with their kit, except for the rabbit fur I added on my own. I already had the purple rabbit fur. So yeah, I highly recommend any of the kits. If you don't know what you're doing, they've got instructions, they've got the materials, and all of these hides, they get them sourced from hunters who are feeding their families. And this company is located in Quebec, in Canada. And I am in Ontario. I am on the Mississauga lands of the Mississauga people. I am closest to Curve Lake. And I have done a lot of wonderful cultural events through them. Like their Manoomin Cowan in the fall is an amazing event. If you've ever wanted to know anything about wild rice, strongly recommend taking a trip to Curve Lake, Ontario for the Manoomin Cowan that happens in the fall, where they let you go out on the boats and harvest wild rice, and they show you how to roast the wild rice. And if you've ever wanted to live out your witchly fantasies of stirring over a cauldron, you want to be at the Manoomin Cowan, because they've got this ginormous cauldron that only the bottom of it's getting warmed, because they just want to gently roast that wild rice. So while they're roasting the menumen, you can touch the tops of it, and it's like totally cold all along the outsides, so you can like lean right into the the cauldron and be stirring. Anyway, I digress. It's hilarious that my ADHD totally lets me get off track when I'm just talking to myself and not all of you. So this beautiful brown tan situation is gorgeous, and I am certain will make really lovely moccasins. Brown's not my favorite, but I know a lot of people really like those natural tones, so they're perfect for when I get someone in the family who wants something more natural. I do like this. I like the gold mousse. Gold mousse is lovely. And remember, when you're buying hides, they're not going to be absolutely perfect. There are going to be tiny holes or little nicks or blemishes on the one side sometimes, because these moose, they lived a life. They they had experiences all of their own, so they are going to have marks on them. That's okay. We work with that. Oh, I wish you could feel these. Really, I do. These are so absolutely soft. I understand how people have laid in piles of furs. I do. Just lay in like 1,000 furs. Also, this box, not that big, but like so heavy. Ooh, I kind of like this chocolate. I'm not usually a fan of most shades of brown, but like a really nice coffee chocolate kind of brown, like, oh, it's so soft too. They all are. They all are. I mean, if you just want some really nice quality soft leather, like if you need it to wrap your drum, or if you're wanting to make moccasins, or you're wanting to make mittens or anything like that, definitely check out Tribal Spirit Music. They're so cool. Absolutely lovely. I love seeing all these different colors, and I love knowing that all of these hides were saved from, you know, the waste, from just being left behind, because hunters don't always have the time to process hides. It takes so much work, and Tribal Spirit Music is taking these hides from these hunters who are feeding their families and processing them when they can't. So I think that's such a fantastic thing. Like, so sustainable, so just, it just has all the right feels. So this one is more like a smoky chocolate, like an espresso. Like, I thought that this chocolate was going to be like the deepest chocolate, but it goes to another deeper chocolate level. Ooh. So lovely. Oh, look at that. Just... And they made it so affordable to get these mixed boxes, so that you can get a little bit of everything, which, I mean, if you're a crafter, isn't your goal to have a little bit of everything all the time? That's why we hoard craft supplies. The goal is to be prepared for everything. Absolutely everything. I don't know how this was folded anymore. Oh wait, it has fold lines. That could help me. I believe in me. I'm not great at folding things. I like hanging things, not folding things. I could never work in clothing. They'd fire me on the first day just because I can't fold anything properly. They'd be like, we perfectly explained it to you. You should be able to fold this. And I'd be like, I don't know what happened. It turned into a giant ball of mess. Black leather. I think, you know, black yarn is the bane of a crafter's existence, but black leather, the chef's kiss. It's the chef's kiss. I want black leather soles and like purple and blue vamps on my moccasins. That's what I want. So many pretties. And then I'm not even done. Like, there's more things in this box. I just keep expecting the box to be empty. And there's more. Ooh. That is some really nice, light, like a nice beige moose leather. It's very nice. And again, all of them are soft. Beige isn't really a big color for me either, but I'm certain that there will be people who will absolutely love me making them stuff in this beautiful color. Thank goodness for fold lines. Oh. But again, like, it was around $100 for 25 feet, and that's hella worth it to me. Shipping is going to cost you a lot, but that's because it's really heavy, and it does need to be shipped properly. Also, they packaged this thing so well. When I opened it, like, the way they had taped it shut, nothing was getting into that by accident, and I feel like my leather was super secure getting to me, and that made me very happy. Like, time was spent and care was taken, and I think it's really nice when businesses show that they actually care about their products and care about their products getting to you properly. Normally, I would not buy medicines anymore because I've been gifted enough medicines that I don't feel the need to purchase them anymore. When I was first reconnecting, I didn't have sources for those things for myself. I did buy them a little bit more often. But this is something I've been looking for the whole time. For the whole time these last couple of years. I've been looking for a mixed medicine stick so that I could smudge with all of the medicines at once, and nobody sold them anymore. Like, when I was younger, it was a very common thing to see even in chain stores, which, not that I love that, but it was more common to see the mixed bundles. But then, in recent years, I've only seen, like, the individual bundles of cedar and the individual bundles of sage and the individual braids of sweetgrass, and I like a mix. And I like to be able to burn them all together. So, I got this wonderful medicine hat trick, they called it, of sage, cedar, and sweetgrass. And it smells glorious. Like, I wish you could smell and touch and have all of the sensory interactions that I'm having right now. It's just, the sweetgrass smells so sweet. And that cedar just adds that really nice earthy tone. And the sage just smells so fresh. Really lovely. And they've got powwow specials on right now, so definitely check out their stuff. Tribal Spirit Music, if you're just tuning in, we're unboxing a whole bunch of really cool leather and other items from them. Okay, and here is the piece de resistance. It's New Zealand sheep shearling. Canada doesn't really keep the skins of sheep as much in their farming, which is why I assume they brought this in from New Zealand. Oh my goodness. It's not even just the fuzzy side that's soft, like the suede side on the back is so soft. And this is going to be liner for the moccasins. Previously, I had done a moccasin workshop with Simply Significance, which if you're wanting to learn how to do moccasins or mittens or earrings or anything, they are fantastic. They do them on Zoom, so you can be anywhere in North America and they just mail you the stuff that you need to participate. So check out Sam at Simply Significance if you're wanting to learn how to make any of these things. When I did her class, we did a imitation shearling, because imitation shearling is usually the more economical way to go, and also it can be a lot easier to work with, especially for beginners, people who are just learning. And I'm grateful to her that we were not trying to work on an actual hide like this, because then I would have been trying to punch through the moose hide and this hide, and my fingers would have hated me a lot more, and they're going to when it comes to actually making these moccasins. My thumbs aren't going to be happy, but that's the price we pay for beautiful, beautiful moccasins. So yeah, this is a gorgeous sheepskin, and it is so hard to actually just find this anymore. You can find the imitation in a few places, if you've got a really good fabric store maybe, some craft stores. There are a few locations, a few indigenous places have that sort of thing, which is good. Always shop indigenous when you can. Yeah, so I'm so excited to actually get to work with this. I've gotten to work with raw wool before because I have a friend who shears sheep for a living. Well, that's one of their jobs. And when they shear sheep, if you were shearing at a farm that has like under 5 sheep, generally the wool just gets thrown away because there's so much labor involved in processing wool, and the cost of wool is actually so low for selling it that it's no longer worth it for them. So I legit had him just show up at my place with 3 bags full of raw wool, and I did in fact sing about it, about my 3 bags full. And I've used that for roving, for stuffing for things, like when I was making my drumstick. The roving that came with the drumstick kit, I didn't love it, so I used some of the roving that I had cleaned myself from the friend that had bought me raw wool, that I processed myself. Which, if you've never processed wool, that's an interesting chore. That's an interesting chore. Especially if you don't actually have someone who's done it before sitting there telling you what to do and you're trying to figure it out on your own. But, you know, things were learned. Yeah, small part of me really just wants to drape this thing over my shoulder and go to a LARP event and just be like, yep, this is my fur. It's fine. But no, this is going to make wonderful liner for absolutely amazing winter moccasins for myself and some other lovelies in my family. I cannot believe that I am so freaking blessed to have been gifted this. So yeah, that's all that was in the box. I guess let's recap. We just looked at the giant sheep. We had the medicine hat trick with the sage, cedar, and sweetgrass for smudging, which I will absolutely be using later. And we had the light tan. The pretty black. Can you tell I'm a goth? No, you can't. You can't tell at all because I don't wear makeup these days, really. But if I did, you would be able to tell, and you would know that this black moose hide makes me very, very happy. Also, one of these suckers has to be big enough to wrap around my drum. I haven't had a proper wrap for my drum, and it's really important to protect your drum from changes in humidity because it can really affect the sound of your drum. And my drum isn't sounding the best right now, so it needs to be wrapped in one of these. Maybe this one, because this one, I feel like this one was pretty big. Maybe. We'll see. I guess also it depends on which family member claims what color for their moccasins, because, like, all the family members, now that I've learned, are just like, oh, you're gonna make me some too, right? Christmases, birthdays, make me some? My godmother, my auntie, she's been asking for a while, so she's gonna get some. And my best friend is gonna get some. And my partner will eventually get some. You know, try to get all of the family members in there, as many as I can. Well, now that I have all of this, I can do several pairs of moccasins. At least several pairs of moccasins with this. 1, 2, 3 colors. Fourth color. Oh, I really do like this one. And again, I'm not usually a huge fan of browns, but this one is just so delicious looking. It looks like it could be a truffle. Like a chocolate truffle. And I would eat it. I'm not to be trusted with chocolate. Unless it has nuts, because I'm allergic to tree nuts, so if your chocolate has tree nuts, it's safe from me. Really, if it has any nuts, because I don't take chances, even though I'm totally fine with peanuts. I really do like their gold mousse. I think it's just really classic and, like, feels really tradish, but so classy at the same time, you know? And like I said, because they're all lived hides and whatnot, they're not going to be all uniform and perfect. It's not a perfect square, and there's going to be tiny little marks or blemishes here and there. And that's okay, because this was a living being and we honor it. And every bit of it that we can use. So, like, even the parts that look a little sad, I'll still make the best of them. The smaller parts here will probably end up as earrings or medallions, necklaces, that sort of thing. Or baby vamps. The 2-year-old already wants a second pair. That's like, kid, you're just going to keep growing out of them. I need to just make, like, an adult pair and then stick child-sized liners inside them, and she'll just feel like they're growing with her as I change out the liner every 6 damn months. I'm going to reiterate, I would be fired on my first day at a clothing store because I can't fold anything worth a damn. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. 6. So this was 6 natural tones, and they were all gorgeous, and they will all make such beautiful moccasins. And then, of course, we had that beautiful black rabbit. Still so in love. I'll be really happy to see this as trim on some moccasins. I think it can make at least a few pair of moccasins trim. And then I'll make some pom-poms with whatever's left. And that's what the back of the rabbit looks like. My lighting is not the best because it is threatening to thunderstorm basically anytime now. I do just want a giant pile of furs to lay on. I really like how well done the vibrant colors are. Like, they're not natural toned. Moose hide is all super vibrant. Like, they're not just pastels, which, don't get me wrong, pastels have their place, they can be lovely, but I just really like those vibrant jewel tones, and this orange is just the perfect orange. Like, it's a very nice orange. And the red. You know, I keep coming back to this pink and thinking, you know, it really just looks like it could be almost purple. Like, I could forgive it for being pink. Most people aren't forgiving their colors for existing, but here I am trying to forgive pink for existing. But it really is going to make, like, some gorgeous moccasins for at least 2 or 3 lovelies. Whether I'm just using it for the vamps or using it for the vamps and souls, I don't know yet. It might be one of those things that I have so little of it that I might stretch it out and just use it for the vamps and use a different color for the souls, and then I can make even more pink things for the pink lovers, I guess. I love them, so I have to love their color choices. Again, I can't fold worth a damn. Really glad I don't work at a clothing store. Okay, so that's 2, and 3, 3 colored tones. So it was 6 of each, because this is 4 with the blue, which is very pretty. And I don't think I'll use this for the souls because I only have so much of it, you know. I feel like this is just for vamps. Which, if you don't know what a vamp is, it's just the top of the moccasin. The pretty part on the top of the foot that people bead and make decorative and do all the fun stuff with. The folding lines are disappearing on me and it's not helping. I cannot fold. Probably not going to help that I'm trying to fold it like the opposite way that they were folding it. I'm glad you've all come on this journey with me to fold. This is not what I brought you here for. But it is super beautiful and so soft. So I guess they gave me a little bit of everything. I mean, I don't know if this is a little bit of everything, but, like, it feels like it was a little bit of everything. Oh, again, like, teal is, it's not one of my disliked colors, but it's also not my favorite, but, like, their teal is one of my favorite colors, because their teal is just so vibrant. And I keep using that word. I need a thesaurus, find another word for vibrant. Saturated. These colors are very saturated in a way that makes me extremely happy. So if you're just checking in, this is moose hide. This is moose hide from Tribal Spirit Music, and I'm going to be making moccasins with it eventually, but right now I'm just checking out all the pretty hides because they had a mixed pack of natural colors and a mixed pack of their not so natural colors, and a sheep shearling from New Zealand. So my indigenous friends from Aotearoa, thank you for the sheep. So apparently we're not skinning sheep, we're just, I guess we're leaving the skin on them to sell the meat, maybe? That seems like likely what we're doing with it here. Not a thing I've really thought about much, because I don't eat a lot of sheep, really. Mutton's not really my thing. It's a little gamey, although I have had a delicious goat curry that tasted nothing like gaminess. It's really the curry that does it. And that's ADHD crafting corner for you. I really love the purple. And like, I love both sides of the purple because the smooth side is this nice, like, almost lilac-y color. And then the suede side is this gorgeous amethyst situation that I'm just... If I could afford to, I'd make a whole jacket out of this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the kind of rich I wish I could be. Make a whole ass regalia out of leather and not just the moccasins. Most people can't afford that amount of hide these days. Which is why it's so good that Tribal Spirit Music gets all of these hides from hunters who are feeding their families so that the hides don't go to waste. Because not all hunters have the time or skills or knowledge to be able to process a hide into these gorgeous pieces. So Tribal Spirit Music does the wonderful work of saving these from ruin. I mean, they could be composted, but they also make some really gorgeous hides. And we already honored their meat with use. So now we're going to honor their hides. And I'm just so grateful. So grateful that I could have this. Things keep telling me to add people to the live, and those buttons are too far. So yeah, I guess that's really all I had to share today. Thank you for joining me. I just unboxed a wonderful, delightful box of goodies from Tribal Spirit Music, and they do drum kits and rattle kits and mitt kits and moccasin kits and all of the supplies for all of those things. So if you need any of that, definitely check them out. They're where a lot of the indigenous groups and organizations that I've dealt with in the past few years are getting their supplies from. As I mentioned, Sam from Simply Significance was definitely using them for their wonderful moose hide. Excellent quality. Like, their leather is both stunning quality, super soft, and such vibrant colors. Such vibrant colors. I wish it was a sunnier day so that these colors would actually show up a little bit better. But I'm hoping that you guys were able to see a decent amount of these colors because they are so pretty. Even the pink, which I've said at least 10 times now, not a huge fan of pink. But anyway, Jimmy for watching, and get Jimmy Quetch. What you gonna do? This has been a wonderful birthday and an amazing gift, and I am so grateful. So thank you, Tribal Spirit Music, and thank you all for joining me. Yeah, so this has been Kai the Bard. Bumblebee.